Hello again. Hello, Sirena Barefoot Gypsy. Hey, look, you guys, I went just got my hair cut. Bangs again, and I got my eyebrows threaded. I've never done that before. I was like, oh my gosh, I feel pampered. Anyway, so you want to know what can be done or what you can do to help your hello to help your fellow human. Um, those of you that go to church, talk to your church leader, whatever, pastor, whatever they're called. I don't know. Preachers, pastors, church leader, whatever. Um, get together with the families that go to your church and start growing community gardens. Get out there and get out to the people and see. I know, Serena, how come you're not doing any of that? I'm working on it. Meanwhile, I can use a little help from my friends. Yeah. um, but yeah, that's a start, right? That's a start. In your own neighborhood, your own community, your apartment building you live in, or whatever, your friends, your family, especially your family. Especially your family should be getting together to make sure that there's food for everyone to eat that you grew. And please, if when we go to buy seeds, make sure they're non-GMO. Non-GMO seeds. It's imperative. So I just ask that anyone that goes to church or any church leaders that may watch me, probably not, but you never know, get this out there. Let's take control. I don't even want to use all those words. Let's just love one another and make sure that we all can eat. We all have a place to sleep, a nice home to get out of the weather and whatnots, and that we have fresh water. Get out of the big cities. You know, it's humans coming together, the human race coming together, so we can sustain the human race without bondage, not under bondage, only by love that our Creator, God, universe, whatever you want to call it, love, that we go back to. We come home to ourselves so we can awaken all this superhuman stuff and things within us, right? The healing capabilities our bodies can do. And I know this firsthand with my back. Our telomeres. Dr. Bruce Lipton spoke about this. I don't know. Look him up. Dr. Bruce Lipton. And telomeres. It was either him or Dr. Joe Dispenza. Either one. But Dr. Bruce Lipton is great. Look him up. So is Joe Dispenza. Look him up. Watch some of the things, and they explain to you. Dr. Bruce Lipton was into the stem cell things, I think. So, he's a brilliant. Just look these people up, and we're going to get our power back, and we're going to come home and realize that the Christ consciousness is in us, that the divine spark of life is in us from the same source, the source energy. I don't know about all. Let's not even worry about all that. But the spark, the Christ consciousness, the God that's in you, that we are the creators of our own reality. We're living here right now. What can we do? Start doing things for ourselves. Growing your own food is imperative, because what they're feeding us is not food. It's horrible. You know this. And if you want to eat meat, go kill your own food. No, not the domestic cats and dogs. Hunting out in the whatever, because the stuff I'm not going to get into all that. Please just go look things up. There's a movie out there called GMO OMG or something like that. Watch that. There's something about honey and the bees. Watch that. These were on Netflix. I don't know that they are anymore, but surely you can find it. There's all kinds of information out there about honey. Was fascinating to me, but you want to know what GMOs are. You don't want those kind of seeds. There are seed banks that have been trying to preserve, before Monsanto buys all of them out, trying to preserve our natural, organic, and what I mean by organic, what was placed on this earth that's always been here, the food, right? What's been here, not the genetically modified stuff. So you want your non-GMO things. But, churches, they're not for profit. They're not taxed. So why wouldn't we utilize churches what they're for, to help God's people, right? So you think. I don't know. You're known by their fruits. I do know this. The LDS church, when I was in it, the Mormon church, unless you were a member of that church and you did that, they will help those people. But only if the bishop deems it's worthy or whatever. What is that? Is not godlike. So I love it that the LDS church does certain things, but they're really crazy on other things that have nothing to do with going to heaven or hell or whatever. But there's a creator in everything. There is a creator. But meanwhile, while we're humans running around on this earth, living here, let's do things to sustain a very wonderful, blissful life. Let's do that. And maybe you'll meet your divine partner, your twin flame, when you're out helping the rest of the humans. Because isn't that the type of person you want? Are you going to go find them at the drug house or at the bar or on a dating site where all they do is who God only knows what? See what I'm saying? If the creator is all things, the creator's not a he or she. I've spoke about this. There's no gender. It becomes a gender when we take on a form. We call our forms human. From another planet could be like the Palladians, Lemurians, Syrians from Syria. Not the Syria? What am I talking about? Anyway, I don't know. That just came out. So who knows? Whatever. I have no attachment to it. And I've just come to this realization that it just hit different this time. Open your heart. Open your heart and your mind. Can you read that? Oh no, I have my glasses on. Anyway, what else do these fine folks need to know? Hey, and thank you to all my subscribers. My services, so in case you haven't noticed, if you've been watching me for a while, I pretty much have I think I get down to the dark nitty-gritty of people and pull out the things that need to be seen and worked on. This is what I do. You can call it a light worker, you can call it a dark night of the soul worker, a shadow worker, I don't know. They have all kinds of names, don't they? For everything, there's a label. We're just going to go for it. And we're just going to look at our reality. We're not going to worry about what we don't have in our life, and we're going to worry about and go get the things that we want. And, there's something about bloodlines or something about DNA, and I'm sure it's going to have to do with, it's going to have to go back to, like, Yeshua's bloodline. right? And yes, there is one. And the bloodlines of, say, the Anunnaki. Changing direction. There's nothing to worry about. Daydream our beautiful lives into existence. We're gonna dream it into existence. What do I mean by dream it into existence? We're gonna think about it first, right, with our imagination. And then maybe we'll write it out, right? Start to build a foundation. And then we take the steps to do it, like an architect. So somebody has to have the vision. Somebody draws it out, right? The architect, it becomes the building blocks, right? Like you're building a house or anything else. It has to be erected. We need to erect the resurrection of the Christ consciousness that's in all of us. A lot's been hidden, and you'll know the truth, and you'll know everything. Because God finds a way where there is no way. God gave us that power within us. We don't have to be a slave planet, a prison planet. We can take back. You mean to tell me a few families is going to run the 8 billion people? Come on, I just don't understand. Please, somebody help me to understand that thinking. Oh, sweetie, you're still plugged into it. Am I, though? Not 100,000%. I'm sitting in a house, so yeah, it must be. Heaven and hell dwells within you. Finding that, coming home to the heaven and making heaven on earth. Had to pause for a sec. So I'm just going to leave it here at that and just search your heart. Get with your family and say, hey, I saw this crazy chick, man. She calls herself Sirena Barefoot Gypsy and blah, blah, blah. But she was talking about this thing about, let's grow our own food and getting people together and sustaining humanity. I don't know. Call me crazy. Namaste. I believe. And not everybody has to go there. I command everything that I speak to come to fruition. I command it. I command it. Now I gotta go do it, because words are just words, thoughts are just thoughts till they're put into action.